Hello world, welcome to the 256th climate change emergency protest here in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. It is October 18th, 2023. Next week will be number 257. That'll be on October 27th, 2023. I'm going to talk to you about something different and then also associate that with climate change. And I ask you to hang in there with me and not turn it off, because what I'm going to say is very uncomfortable for me, but very uncomfortable for you probably, and it goes totally against the grain of what you're most likely thinking. Right now, what do you see? You see a cannon right in front of you, right? I see a witness tree. I see a forest all around me. And this is what I'm talking about. It's about your perspective and what you're thinking and where you're being led to think rather than thinking for yourself. Right now, Joe Biden got on the air and said that the United States is behind Israel 100% in their basic bloodbath, what they're going to do to Gaza and the Palestinians in general. Also in the West Bank, this is going to happen. It's going to erupt over there as well. And we're going to end up in a bigger situation than what we can handle. But Joe Biden is wrong. Joe Biden has always been wrong in his career. Don't turn this off, please, because I'm speaking Democrats and Republicans. Joe Biden has had a career of dismal failure and thought process that is nothing but warmongering and right-wing bullshit that is off the charts, that goes into realms I don't want to even discuss. Donald Trump, he's always wrong too. His thought process is wrong. He doesn't want to allow the Gazans to leave Gaza and come to the United States at all. He's going to choke them off as well. Joe Biden's saying Israel can have at it, do whatever they want. I'm speaking to the world right now saying, I'm not with Joe Biden. I'm not with the United States if this is their policy, the chief diplomats and all. And I know there are people in the United States, college kids and all, that have a better thought process than this. This issue of Gaza is ridiculous as far as how they're treating them. Popular opinion, I don't care. You know what? If you want to unfriend me after this, I don't care. Or if you think I'm speaking the truth, which I'm trying to do all the time here, tell your friends, family, whoever else to join up Facebook with me. Also start your own broadcast. So if I was the last person in the United States, I would still say this. This goes down to my core belief in everything. The so-called war is a crime against humanity. This is not a war, what they're doing. The Palestinians are trapped in a shrinking open-air prison. This Gaza Strip thing is just getting smaller and smaller. Now the Israelis are pushing the Gazans into a half-size area of Gaza and basically doubling the population by doing it. Instead of 2 million being spread out over 25 miles, now it's 2 million into 12 miles. This is sick what's going on. And when this war starts, this is not a war. Those who are left behind or refuse to leave their houses, as they have the right to do. They're pushed out once already out of what is now Israel and pushed into this Gaza Strip. Nobody wants to live there. It's a shithole. So anyways, it's a shrinking open air prison. So it's like shooting prisoners in a prison. This is what they're basically doing. They're going to use these bunker busters and Moab, the mother of all bombs, and blow the crap out of whoever is hanging out down below the surface. The Hezbollah guys, fine, have at it. But they're going to kill people along the way. This mother of all bombs that they're going to use most likely will kill everything within a half mile. The United States has used this in Afghanistan. It's a sick device. Bunker busters in general are sick, but that's what they feel they have to do to get rid of them. But that doesn't get rid of the problem. Okay, you're getting rid of the so-called terrorists or freedom fighters, depending on your point of view, because they're fighting for the people and their right to exist and not be treated like animals in Palestine or in Gaza. And yet the other side sees it as terrorism. And the United States is siding with warmongering, as Joe Biden's whole career has been nothing but a warmonger, and Donald Trump as well. So Hezbollah, yes, has committed war crimes. Yes, they did over the weekend, 2 weekends ago. Absolute war crimes. They shouldn't have been doing it. But like the Ukrainian war, the core reasons are more than the event that happened at that time. This is not a weekend happening, okay? This just didn't happen all of a sudden. The Palestinian issue comes down to 75 years ago, where the world's lack of respect for Palestine erupted, in that they allowed the Jewish nations, the people, to pile into Israel and push the Palestinians out of their homes that have been there for hundreds of years. How would you feel if you were pushed out of your home because at one time this was someone else's house for a little bit? All right, so this is the issue. It comes down to respect, R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They're not being respected as people, and they still aren't being respected as people by the world's governments. This is sick, sadistic behavior, psychopathic behavior. So it's 75 years ago this started happening, 1948, that they started getting pushed out. It actually started happening in the 30s. So war is a shameful part of what is happening now. This also associated with climate change. While they're talking about war and engaged in war, global warming keeps getting worse and worse. Right now, the carbon dioxide level is 419.66 parts per million. The El Nino is kicking in. And by December, you're going to start seeing some severe effects. You're seeing in South America right now where parts of the tributaries that are emptied into the one big river, the El Negro or whatever is a black river that kicks into the Amazon, is now basically going dry. A lot of the tributaries are going dry in South America, believe it or not. They came out of a winter which it was over 100 degrees. So right now the world's temperatures are at 17 degrees Celsius, or they were in August. For the whole world, that's the average. It's supposed to be 14 Celsius average. And so that's a 5-degree difference around the whole world. That's how much the world's temperatures have increased. We're in big trouble, and we're not recognizing it. We're too worried about war and warmongers like Biden and Trump and the Republican Party and the Democrat Party here in the United States. Sick behavior. If you're still in those parties, you're participating in this sick behavior, and you're complicit with what's going on. You need to get out of those two parties and force them to change their ways. Going along with these world's politicians, these psychopaths concerning climate change is a crime against humanity as well, not changing your opinion. Voting for these climate change criminals is also being complicit with what's going on. Silence is complicity. The way to get rid of roaches is to remove their food source. So going along with it is their food source. That is complicity. That's what they're counting on. Shining a light on them, and they're shining light makes them scurry back into corners, okay? They go hide in the shadows. That's what they constantly do. The danger of war is the final World War III. That's where we're headed right now. With World War IV, which will come after that, will be fought with sticks and stones because there's nothing left. The absolute danger with climate change is that no one else will be left to fight this fight. No one will be left to believe in. No one will be left to talk to. No one will care about you as to what's happening. Starvation, dying of thirst, drowning, heat, landslides, radiation from the facilities that no one will take care of when it starts to occur, and also the nuclear weapons that are floating around everywhere. Political unrest, giant collapse of governments, gangs, roving gangs, and crimes of all types that you can imagine or can't even imagine. This bloodbath is not on me. I am voicing my rage at war crimes and crimes against humanity concerning climate change and also the wars going on elsewhere. How about you? I ask you to be brave and also to talk about this in public, just like this, and no longer be a part of the system and be complicit with what's happening. Please wake up, be brave, do what you need to do, the devil, I've heard this song, the devil is in the mirror, okay? If you want to know what's going wrong, look in the mirror. And sticking with these people, these psychopaths, you're being the devil with it. So please get out of those parties. Please voice your opinion. Or if you're complicit with it, that's fine. If you're okay with it, then you're a war criminal as well. So hang in there. Catch you next week. It'll be a better talk next week, hopefully, but I doubt it because I think this thing's going to spiral way out of control.